Hi everybody, welcome to the OAG RC. I'm Craig and thank you for stopping by. Slightly different angle for this quarterfinals introduction because over here I'm in a mess building something else up and I can't get the cars out, so we're going to have to do the introduction over here. We are seeing the awesome Thunder Dragon inspired X-Wing going up against the awesome Rising Fighter inspired TIE Fighter. Now, I didn't realise when I was recording this particular race that this was actually these two models going against each other. It's the light side of the Force against the dark side of the Force. And I'd somehow, in all of the excitement of getting these cars prepped and ready to race, I'd forgotten about that. You guys have, of course, voted unanimously for the awesome Thunder Dragon to win this one. So let's not hang around too much and let's put you out of your misery. Right, Rising Fighter. I love the way this one gets out the gate. It's a bit faster and punchier than I remember it being. But you can't get it. Basically, I was about to say, you can't get away from the bounciness of this particular chassis. And now I've got that massive front bumper stuck on the tubing around the edge of the track. And we're free. We're off and running again. So as I was saying, this one, even though I've got oil-filled shocks in there, you can still see the way that the buggy bounces around, and yeah, it's still quite high on the track, and it's, hey look, it is what it is. There's no way of making this buggy much better than what I've done to it, really. I think I've done enough mods to it. The only way I think I will get a better performing buggy of this type is if I was to go for the DTO1, the Memorial RX buggy. And I don't really feel the need to get that. We've got enough two-wheel drive buggies knocking around now. And, you know, this one, no, we're game over. Thunder Dragon. Thunder Dragon is off. All I've got to do is keep this on the track. And you can just see already the four-wheel drive stance of this particular model is so much lower. It's so much sleeker than that two-wheel drive Rising Fighter. And I love the way this one, as it comes round and goes through the S here, how quickly it picks up and gets up to speed. It's quite, I mean, considering this has got a silver cannon in it, it is quite peppy. And if you compare it to the TTO2B, that one's running a torch tuned, and I'd say this might even be slightly quicker. I suppose, you know, the proof will be in the pudding, depending on where we get at the end in terms of times, but it's definitely a good start. I think the thing that I like the most about this particular chassis is just how confident you can be when you're driving it. The more laps I put in, the quicker I seem to get, and despite the fact that I struggle around Creation Corner a few times and round No Cherry Tree Turn, it does give you a huge amount of confidence to put the car where you want it to go. And, you know, that's what you want from an RC buggy, really. You want it to be easy to drive, and then that gives you the confidence to get faster and faster as you go. can I say? There is not a lot to compare those two against each other. The Thunder Dragon is very, very good and very easy to drive. It's consistent. I think I said it when it was up against the Madcap. I think this is going to win it outright. And I'm not seeing a great deal to suggest otherwise, to be quite honest, at the moment. It is a phenomenal four-wheel drive vintage RC. There's not a lot to complain about. And that's coming from someone who last season thought that TT02B was brilliant. And it is brilliant. And I think if you were to have a good drive of this and the TT02B and probably the DF03, the other two more modern buggies would have come out on top. But this one at the minute is holding its own out on the Orchard Raceway. And, you know, there's more to come from this chassis because I do have a Terra Scorcher, which at some point will build up. And that has those two front shocks. It also has universals and sway bars, I believe, on the front and the rear. So, you know, there's far more going for that particular spec than this one. And it should nudge it closer, I think, to those modern four-wheel drive entry levels by Tamiya. So we move on. Another quarterfinal down, another finalist, and only one more quarterfinal to go, which will see that model up there go up against, we pan up, that model up there. Derek is back out on track in a couple of weeks' time. Everyone, thanks for watching. This is the OAG RC, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye for now.